everybody. I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. You're here for another episode of New Biz Buzz. New Biz Buzz is a production of the Leon Thomas Group. To learn more about us, go to theleonthomasgroup.com. And if we can help you, send me an email. Again, my name is Leon. Send it to Leon at theleonthomasgroup.com. Today on New Biz Buzz, on every episode of New Biz Buzz, we talk to owners of businesses that are new, unique, or do something to help society. And today we definitely have someone that falls in that new, unique, and even to helping society part. Today, our guest is Gogie Padilla with Answer Sure. Hi, Gogie. How are you?
Very well. Thank you, Leon. How are you?
Good. I'm great. I'm great. Welcome to New Biz Buzz. Glad to have you here.
Thank you.
So, you and I met about 2 weeks ago through Mike Weiner, an NRG network referral group, and you told me about Answer Sure. And I thought this is pretty cool stuff. So, give our audience a short intro to what Answer Sure is, and we're going to go into some more detail about it. So, go ahead.
You got it. Thank you. Answer Sure is a phone scam prevention service. We have utility on landlines as well as cell phones, and we have an app for cell phones as well.
So, when you say it's a prevention service, or I think even on the website, you called it your barrier against invasive phone scams and spam. How can I get that right? Phone scams and spam. Give me an example of what that is, so as folks that are watching, they'll have a good understanding of what answer call prevents. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Also on robocalls, we prevent. By a barrier, I mean these calls will not get through to your phone. Landline, also cell phones. How we do this is by a unique process that we created and using a client's password or phrase, very honestly, that they create. So the uniqueness level is high. And with that password or phrase, that is the thing that gains the caller entry to ring their our clients' telephones.
Okay, so let's go through an example of someone who does not use your service, someone that does not use Answer Sure. I'll
Okay.
be the person calling, you be at home, right? And you don't know anything. You don't know I'm spam,
Mhm.
Pam, scam, whatever, right? You don't know that. You're just answering the phone.
Yes.
Okay. And we're going to give our audience a demonstration of what could happen and what sometimes does happen. So don't go into your passcode thing and all that. You're not there yet. You're the elderly person. You're the senior. Just answering the phone.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sitting on my office in my home going, I got to find somebody to rip off today. That's what I'm thinking, right? I got to find somebody. So do 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 do. Ring, ring, ring.
Hello.
Hi, Gogi. My name is Leon calling from the XYZ group, and you ordered something from us, right?
I did. I don't remember.
Yeah, I think you ordered something from us. It looked like you ordered something that's going to make it easier for you to put your shoes on or something like that. And I just wanted to make sure I have your bank account number correctly. Could you go to the bank? The bank asked me to call you. Could you go ahead and make sure? I just want to make sure the numbers on your bank account are 5678 1234910 blah blah blah. That's your account, right?
Is correct.
Okay, great. And I think one time I called and talked to your son or daughter. What's his name?
It was my daughter. Yes.
Yeah, yeah. What's your daughter's name? I think I remember talking to her. What was her name?
Nancy.
Yeah,
Nancy.
yes, I talked to them. Sweet lady. Really nice. You did a nice job raising your children. Oh,
Thank you.
it's so nice to talk to you again. And so I'll make sure I'll go ahead and get that order shipped over for you for those Velcro shoes. Okay.
Thank you very, very much.
All right. Great. Thank you. So
Click.
then I'm done, right? I have enough information. I know I'd probably get more, but I have information now that I can take your money.
Yes.
I can take your money. And so then you get your bank account statement and suddenly there's 1,000, 2,000, 5 grand, whatever the number is, it's
Yes.
gone.
Hmm.
It's gone. And you, as that elderly, unassuming person, you're probably going to call your daughter Nancy or call someone and say, I've been robbed. And then you got to go through all that hassle stuff, right? And
Yes.
sure prevents that.
Yes. We do.
That. Oh, you got it, folks. You got to go to answershore.com. Answershore. No, no, stop watching the show now. Go to answershore.com, or you can send an email, and our producer's going to put that email address up again. It's contact at answershore.com. Now, Gogi, let's go through this because you went through this with me the other day on the phone. I thought it was pretty cool stuff.
Yes.
Let's do an example now where someone does have Answer Shore.
Yes.
Okay, and
Okay.
let's kind of show the audience what happens on this. I love Answer Shore. This is hot stuff. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. All right, here we go. Ring, 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 ring.
Good afternoon. Answer sure. How may I direct your call?
Yeah, I wanted to talk to. I just talked to Mrs. Smith the other day. I wanted to talk with her and verify information. I'm going to talk to Mrs. Smith, please.
Well, sure. We'd love to put you through to Mrs. Smith. Do you have Mrs. Smith's password?
Her what?
Her password.
No, I don't. I didn't need a password before when I talked to her. I don't know anything about a password. What?
Well, I can leave a message for Mrs. Smith if you'd like.
Okay, okay, but I need a password.
Yes.
Oh wow, I don't know anything about that. Anything about it. So yeah, would you leave her a message though?
Sure, absolutely. Your name and number?
Okay, yep, and I leave my name and number. And now, how does Mrs. Smith or the family get that information?
Mrs. Smith, as the client, receives the information and she chooses a designee to also receive the information. So she and a family member most likely will get it in real time, not at the
Uh,
end of the day.
Okay, so then her daughter Nancy
Yes.
could also get the information that says this clown loser thief Leon is trying to call again, and they
Yes.
know now, time out.
That's right.
So it
That's right.
prevents that from happening. So tell me about this whole passcode and all that stuff. I think it's pretty cool. Tell our audience about how all of those things work behind the scenes. This is good stuff, folks.
Sure. Well, the as to be a barrier, you need some sort of vetting process, and for us, the vetting process is a password or phrase that our client creates. They share with their universe, family, lawyers, doctors, accountants. So when those people call the number that the person has had for 40 years, when our service picks up the line and asks for the password, they have it. Um, this, as we just demonstrated, does prevent these scammers and criminals, that's what they are, from ringing your phone and getting you on the line with them. The number one thing to prevent becoming a victim is to not get on the call. And that's what Answer Sure does. We are a barrier.
Hmm. And you're the barrier. And you mentioned that the number one way to prevent being ripped off is to not get on the call,
Correct.
right? Not get on the call. And you prevent that from happening. We have
Absolutely.
a comment right here. The comment says this is a great idea. My grandmother gave out her social security in a scam like this and almost lost everything.
Yes.
I mean, this is this is really good stuff here. So to prevent them from being on the phone. So now you're going to have a passcode or a password or whatever that I'm going to let everybody know, right? My grandmother, my aunt, my uncle, whoever I'm caring for, I'm going to tell them, you make sure you tell the people at your church, you tell your doctors or whoever that
Yes,
they need to make sure that they are using the password, right?
that's right. That is correct.
Wow. This is great stuff. So how did you come up with this idea, Gogi?
Well, it's very personal. To tell you the truth, my mom was almost scammed some years back, 2019 to be exact. And the entryway that the criminal used was her landline telephone. The landline telephone, as any telephone, is an access point, like your front door or your windows. Access to you is access to the person who lives there or owns the phone, and easy access. So what we did, my siblings and I, we went in search of something to shore up that access point. And there are things out there. They were then, they are now. But I was looking for something that would not allow her phone to ring unless the call was vetted and confirmed to be for her. So I created it, and that's what
Mhm.
Answer Sure is.
This is great. Folks, you got to learn more. Go to answersure.com. And I'm okay with you not watching the rest of the show right now because I want you to go to answersure.com. It's around noon on the East Coast, 12:30 almost. A lot of you are on your lunch breaks right now, and you're probably thinking I'll call later. No, you won't. Call now. Go online right now, answercall.com, or you can send an email, and that email address is contact at answersure.com. Gotta you gotta check this out to learn more information about. Think about all the loved ones in your life that you look out for, your aunts, uncles, grandparents, parents, whatever that you care for. You gotta keep them off the phone from talking to these people because these criminals that played that Leon role, they're slick. Gogi, these people are slick,
Yes, they are.
right?
Yes.
They are slick. I had a gentleman at our church several years ago um, was on the phone with one of these scammers when I showed up, and he had been on the phone with them for like 20 minutes.
Oh no.
And he's like, "Well, here, talk to him." And the guy was, I mean, he sold it. He was convincing. You need to buy this. You need to give me this information. I need to
Mhm.
verify your social security number. Oh, it was, and it's so easy for them to fall for it.
Absolutely.
But here's the other thing, though. The phone's not going to ring as much.
That's right. That's
And I
right.
know for one of my relatives, when I visit them, it's like the phone rings and rings and rings, and they go and take a look at the caller ID, and
Hmm.
it's like, well, I know this number, or I don't know this number, or hmm, I thought so and so was going to be calling me. Maybe they're calling from a new number,
Right.
and that it's creating stress.
Absolutely.
This
100%.
pre- this prevents it.
Yes, it does.
Oh, Kogi, this is hot stuff right now. I love it. I love it. I love it. So tell me, your current clients, folks that are using AnswerSure, what's the ratio? How many of them have been burned already or close to it or close to ripped off? And how many haven't, but they're trying to prevent it? What's the ratio? What's the balance there?
That's a great question, Leon, because I have to tell you, most of my clients, say 9 out of 10, they've been burned.
Mm,
This has become a reactive approach instead of a proactive approach. And I am trying to alert people that we're all vulnerable, number one, and this crime is not going away. It's called the crime of the 21st century, okay, because it can be committed from anywhere in the world, okay. And technology is such that they could be in Moscow and they could ring your phone to let it look like it's your relative's number with their name popping up on your phone. caller ID, or yourself. So, yes, um, this is definitely something. The ratio is 9 out of 10. My clients are coming to me after the fact, after they.
After.
I
Wow.
I have a client, Leon, that lost $100,000 in a month.
What?
One, I have another client who lost $750,000.
Wow. Wow. You
You know, these
gotta.
it's terrible. It's terrible.
Mm, that is
And
something.
it is a quality of life issue. I love that you brought that up about the stress. You're getting 30 calls a day. It's a quality
Mm,
of life issue as well.
hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Folks, I'm Leon Thomas with the Leon Thomas Group. We're here with Gogie Padilla with Answer Sure. To learn more about her, go to answersure.com. To learn about Answer Sure, to learn about the Leon Thomas Group, go to the Leon Thomas Group.com, or you can send me an email, leon at the Leon Thomas Group.com. Here talking to Gogi Padilla about her product called Answer Sure. So you mentioned that someone can make the call look like it's calling from a familiar number that they know with the name that they know.
Yes,
So then that person's going to let the person answering the phone's going to let the guard down.
correct.
They're going to answer the phone,
Yes,
and then there's a comfort level there, and there's no telling what they say. I I could have the phone ring and it says Jay,
yes,
and I know Jay, so I answer the phone. Someone could say something like, "Yeah, Jay wanted me to call you.
yes.
Jay's in trouble. Jay asked me to call. He's in the whatever." They'll come up with a scenario.
Oh, yes, they will.
They'll come up with a story, and because it's coming from, looks like it's coming from him, I say, "Yeah, sure. Here's my info:
Exactly.
credit card
Exactly.
number, bank account, address, social security number," and that's all they need.
That's right.
Wow,
Just one of them. They need just one of those pieces of information.
just one.
Just one. They can get all the others.
Wow.
It's
So
it's
wow. And
it's a
you can prevent this from happening. And so we got to figure out how we get people to become clients of Antrasure before it happens,
exactly.
right? Before it happens. So if you're watching the show, you want to go to answersure.com, you have questions, you're going to send an email to contact at answersure.com. Find out more about it. You want to get your families and your friends involved in this before something bad happens. So please make sure you do that. So Gogi, in the couple minutes we have left, what I want you to do is tell us the again stress the importance of having it, give a rundown of how the service works, and then we'll wrap it up from there. Go ahead.
Okay. The importance is monumental. The crime of phone scams is not going away. Technology is making it worse for the potential victims and victims, what they're doing. Like I said, the one way, the sure way to prevent becoming a victim is to not pick up these calls. Answer Sure is a barrier. We pick up the calls, we vet the calls, and those calls that meet the vetting, or those are the ones that are put through to ring your phone. So I don't know of any other way to put it. Prevention is much better than remedying a problem. And with this crime, one call can change your life and your family's life. Because when the elder loses money that they've saved for 40 years, the family usually is the entity that helps, that picks up and takes that added responsibility on. So our contact is there, answersure.com, email contact@answersure.com. I would stress go on our website, take a look, and see if this is something you would like to put into action.
Yeah, please do that, everybody. Take a look at it. Take a look at answersure.com. There's so many things we can prevent from happening, and those phone scams and all the spam calls is one of them here with answersure.com. So I want you to go there. If you're watching the show now, you're watching live, I want you to go to answersure.com now and or send an email to contact@answersure.com. If you're watching it later, we started this show at around 12 noon Eastern time, but if you're watching later today, if you're watching tomorrow on Tuesday, if you're sitting there not paying attention when you're with your loved one doing Valentine's Day while they're going to the bathroom, and you take your phone on Valentine's Day and this show comes up, text it to somebody, call somebody, tell them right then, mom, dad, grandma, grandpa, Uncle Joe, whoever, you need Answer Sure. AnswerSure.com. Gogi, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for what you're doing with Answer Sure. Thank you for the stress you're going to prevent and the illegal tampering of funds and theft and all of that that you are going to prevent. Gogi,
Thank,
thank you so much for being here.
thank you. Thank you, Liam, very much.
I'm Leon Thomas here. You just watched another edition of New Biz Buzz. If you have a business that's new, unique, or does something to help society, make sure you contact me. My name is Leon Thomas. You can send me an email to leon at the leonthomasgroup.com to check out everything we do. Go to the leonthomasgroup.com. We also have a YouTube channel. That's youtube.com/at the Leon Thomas Group. Thanks for watching New Biz Buzz.